There's never been a lot of common sense on this planet, but lately it's hit a critical low. If you like this video and want more discussions about common sense, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I will really appreciate it. Thank you. This is where Trump says it's all a Democrat hoax. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, James Comey, Obama, Joe Biden, John Brennan, they're all involved in creating this Epstein hoax.
Trump, moments ago in a cabinet meeting, referred to the so-called Epstein files as a hoax. Here's that.
You said this was all a hoax. Has your attorney general told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen?
No, it's not the attorney general. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him.
And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden,
He even put out a Truth Social post telling everyone about the hoax and that nobody should believe any of it, especially the MAGA base. And I quote, "Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have bought into this bullshit, pardon my language, hook, line, and sinker. If any of the base believes it, he doesn't want their support anymore." Trump was talking about Bill and Hillary Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein way back in 2015. I'm sure that's why the Clintons created the hoax implicating Bill. I mean, who wouldn't?
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems.
So,
Clintons are friends
and he's
of
been
yours,
there
right?
for many
The
times.
Clintons are friends
Well,
of
I
yours.
can't say friends, but I know
You're friendly. You know them.
they play at my clubs a lot. I have clubs, and everybody likes to play
Are
at
you
my
saying
clubs.
there's a political problem for her if she runs for president?
It could be a political problem. Look, he could be a political problem. Right now, he's Teflon, and right now, maybe not. But he could end up being a political problem.
Yeah, he's a very highly respected conservative pundit. He's a big Trump fan. That was a retweet. That wasn't from me. That was from him. But he's a man who has 500,000 followers, a lot of followers, and he's respected. And as you know, Bill Barr wants to do an entire investigation of the whole Epstein matter. What happened?
So, according to Trump, Bill Clinton not only was a customer on the island, he had Epstein killed as well. Trump says he has no idea if he's mentioned in the Epstein files. His name was already associated with Epstein, even in the limited edition white binders that were given out to the MAGA influencers.
Tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release.
The following clips will clearly show you why Trump would have been heavily involved with Epstein and underage girls.
Donald Trump's dark past continues to surface, and we here at the Midas Touch Network have this exclusive report for you. We've managed to locate video from a 1991 beauty pageant called Look of the Year that Donald Trump threw with a guy named John Casablancas from Elite Model Management. Casablancas died in 2013, allegedly from throat cancer. Casablancas had affairs, sexually assaulted 15-year-old girl, a 17-year-old girl. I'm going to go through Casablancas' background with you. We hear a lot about Trump's connections with Epstein. Donald Trump was also very close with this Casablancas guy who Elite Model Agency was used to prey on underage girls as well. All right, so let me share this with you. You have Donald Trump at this 1991 beauty pageant. Here are some of the photos that we have. You see him right here. The little girls would come into the room. again, mostly underage. They would come into the room in bathing suits, very little clothing, and he would sit there and he would judge them and he would determine if they can make it through the next round. Here are some of the photos we've been able to identify. You can see Donald Trump right there looking at these girls who he made wear the bathing suits and kind of walk in front of him. And again, some of these girls as young as 14. Here's a photo of what the actual competition looked like from the 1991 Look of the Year. This was from the Guardian's report on it. Let me read for you what they said, what happened the night before the event. Then I'm going to show you some of the video that we've been able to locate at the Midas Touch Network. So this was a photo from the Guardian article, a still from a previously unseen footage of the 1991 Look of the Year finale. Their articles from about 10 years ago or so. Teen models, powerful men, and private dinners when Trump hosted Look of the Year. It's actually from 2020. In the early 1990s, Donald Trump judged the world's biggest modeling competition, since hit by allegations of abuse. This is how people who were there remember it. On September 1st, 1991, a large private yacht cruised toward the Statue of Liberty. It was a clear, breezy evening, and from the upper deck of the Spirit of New York, a golden sunset could be seen glinting off the Manhattan skyline. Downstairs, a party was in flow. Scores of teenage girls in evening dresses and miniskirts, some as young as 14, danced under disco lights. It could have been a high school prom were it not for the crowd of older men surrounding them. As the evening wore on, some of the men, many old enough to be the girls' fathers or even grandfathers, joined them on the dance floor, pressing themselves against the girls. One balding man in a suit wrapped his arms around two young models, underage girls, leering into the film camera that was documenting the evening. "Can you get some beautiful women around me, please?" The party aboard the Spirit of New York was one of several events that Donald Trump, then 45, attended with a group of 58 aspiring young models that September. Again, mostly underage girls. And it talks about how this was part of the elite Look of the Year competition. Elite model management was run by John Casablancas. He since died in 2013. So Casablancas' marriage to his second wife, Jeanette Christensen, ended in 1983 when it was revealed he was having an affair with a 15-year-old girl who he described as a woman child, is how he described the girls that he would be with. He called them woman child. This was, again, one of Donald Trump's best friends. And then he had a marriage to Aline Worlminger, who was a 17-year-old from the Look of the Year competition. A 2020 Guardian investigation into Elite's Look of the Year competition uncovered allegations from former contestants and industry insiders that these competitions, the events that I'm about to show you that Trump attended as well, were used by Casablancas and others to engage in sexual relationships with vulnerable young models, some of whom were teenagers. The allegations range from sexual harassment, exploitation, and in some cases rape. The investigation highlighted a culture where young girls, often aged 14 to 18, were exposed to older men in powerful positions at events like after parties where alcohol was served to minors. Okay. So now I have the videotape of the Look of the Year 1991 competition. I have the full event. It's too hard to watch. If you want me to post it, I'll post it on another thread. But let me just show you some of the lowlights of this event. This is what happened. And you can see these are young girls. These are little girls dressed like in very little clothing, dancing, and just watch for yourself. Let's play it.
The Look of the Year contest is the ultimate contest for women that want to go all the way in the modeling business.
Featuring 58 of the world's most beautiful young women competing for more than $700,000 in prizes. Wow. And the chance of a dream come true, a career as one of modeling's superstars. We'll take you behind the scenes and onto the runway. You'll see the fun, feel the excitement. You'll pick your favorite, along with our panel of expert and celebrity judges. And you'll enjoy front row VIP seats at our gala evening, where one of these contestants will be selected as the Girl Look of the Year.
And then here's another clip where it talks, and you heard Donald Trump there as well. So here's another clip right here of the kind of pre-competition to get into the finals, if you will. And just watch how creepy this is. Here, play this clip.
58 contestants participated in an exhaustive round of personal interviews designed to help our judges discover what makes each one special.
Your 5'9" reading? Serious, huh? We measure it the night before the Okay. Thank you very much, Amy.
The concentration was intense inside the judging room.
I don't like you as you are.
And out.
I'm just so excited.
Each girl was considered not only for her beauty and poise, but also for her personality and that indefinable
something extra that makes a top model.
Okay, you want to pull your hair back 1 second? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ingrid. Good luck for tonight.
Thank you.
When it came time to choose the 21 finalists, emotions ran high as each judge expressed his or her opinion.
The possible finalists.
You said she was the best, and I said, yeah.
Non, je te dis non, je te trouve...
Première page.
Okay, you start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Fox News did a great job of editing a Trump interview where it appeared as though he didn't want to release any information.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
Epstein was convicted and sentenced in 2008 during the Bush administration and before Obama was elected, and 5 years before Comey became the director of the FBI. He was later convicted and sentenced in 2019 during the Trump administration. So this clip makes no sense.
For the record, there's literally zero evidence that these files were made up by Comey or Obama or Biden. The Epstein case was originally handled in 2005 to 2008 by local authorities in Palm Beach, Florida, and then by the George W. Bush Justice Department and FBI. Then Trump's first-term Justice Department in 2018-2019.
President Trump spent days trying to get his party and the country to move past the Jeffrey Epstein files. He's pleaded with his supporters, he's bargained with them, he's called them privately on the phone, he's publicly rebuked them. So far to no avail. And the Justice Department's abrupt decision last night to fire Maureen Comey, one of the lead prosecutors in the Epstein case, whose last name certainly rings a bell, it doesn't seem to be doing the trick either. She got no explanation for her removal, but the timing is odd, to say the least. Last night, in an interview on a right-wing network, the president repeated his, frankly, ludicrous claim that the Epstein story was manufactured by Democrats as a way to get him, and that perhaps federal investigators would look at it from that angle.
Pay attention, MAGA. Your cult leader is a convicted felon, adjudicated sexual abuser, liar, and dictator wannabe. He's in the files, and he's guilty as hell.